If your makeup melts the second you step outside, this routine is for you. Hey flawless beauties, today I'm showing you my soft glam routine that actually lasts, okay, in humid weather. Living in the tropics, I had to figure out what really works down here because we don't have the cool climate that keeps our makeup intact. I've seen videos where women have worn foundation and concealers without setting them and all that good stuff, and their makeup holds up so great. We can't afford that down here. So let me show you my soft glam routine that lasts in humid weather. So let's begin. Step 1, skin prep. The key to long-lasting makeup starts with your skin. In humidity, less is more. You don't want heavy layers. So make sure you have your skincare down pat, a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and a mattifying primer. So I've gone ahead already and applied 3 of those products, washed my face, I've toned as well, and I've also moisturized. So let's move on to primer. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter mattifying primer. Concentrate this in the center of your face, middle of your forehead, especially for my oily skin girlies, please and thank you. And then whatever is remaining on the rest of your hands, fingers, feel free to disperse all over the rest of your face. Step 2, foundation and your foundation technique. Choose a foundation that not only matches your complexion but also matches your undertone. Do some research, okay? Now that we have that, make sure that you choose a foundation that is long wearing as well. That is super important as well if you want your makeup to last. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wearing Foundation. I like to squirt a bit of it at the top of my cap, and less is more, okay? You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, depending on the finish that you want. Here is a technique. Always start with the center of your face. Whatever else is remaining, feel free to blend it out to the rest of your face. Too much product can cause melting and it can cause creasing as well. If you have enlarged pores, feel free to use circular motions in that area and then use a stippling motion or a bouncing motion on top of that area afterward to make your enlarged pores look flawless. If you're not wearing eyeshadow, ladies, please place some foundation on your eyelids, okay? This is a full coverage foundation, and therefore what I will do, instead of using orange color corrector, these spots are pretty faint, so I don't need to use an orange color corrector. All I need to do is place a little bit more product in that area and cover it, soften out around it, and we are good to go. Step number 3, we're going to conceal and set. I'm using Fenty Beauty once again. No, this is not sponsored by Fenty Beauty. These just happen to be the products I'm using today. I'm using a Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. All right, and this is actually 2 to 3 shades lighter than my complexion, or a little bit lighter than that. It all depends on your personal preference. Me personally, I like a brighter under eye. It tends to make the face look more awake. So I'm actually going to highlight the center of my face. If you guys are living here in Barbados and want to take up a makeup class, feel free to let me know. I am currently providing makeup classes and all products are provided for in-class use only. You do not have to use a concealer that is 2 or 3 shades lighter than your complexion. You can feel free to use one that actually matches your complexion if need be, and just place that underneath your eye and you're good to go. I'm just highlighting today. Setting is everything in humidity, okay? So do not think that you can walk around with your face looking like this. Yeah, no, it's going to crease, okay? She is going to melt. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead with my, no, not Fenty Beauty, my Sasha Buttercup setting powder. And I'm going to use this as my highlighting setting powder. And I'm going to go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And I'm going to use this as my total face setting powder. Before setting under the eyes, always make sure to blend any creases that might have been there. I'm using a triangle puff to pick up product. Patting it in the cap. Looking up, don't stretch that face. Pat away from your eyes and using, I would say, U shape. Go closer and closer and closer to under the eye. And repeat. Away from and go up in that U shape, closer and closer and closer under the eye. Do the same to the other side on all highlighted areas of the face. You do not want to place the powder directly under the eye. It's going to come off too cakey and make it under the eyes very, very dry. And also it can make under the eyes look very crepey and old. Taking the flip side of my triangle puff, just taking up a bit of that powder, and we're going to go ahead and press that into the remainder of my face. Press, not blend. You just want to push powder into that foundation so as to set it in place. Not this. Remember, you place foundation on top of your eyelids. Don't forget to set your eyelid as well. Let's move on to step 4, bronzer and blush. I'm using the Pro Filter from Fenty Beauty, and this is their Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Nicka K New York palette of blushes, and this one is in Pink Crush. I hope you guys realize that I've not cream or liquid contoured or anything like that. Feel free to do so. However, I personally do not do it because for me it's not needed. That's all, a personal preference, but feel free to go ahead and add that step in after you have applied your highlighting concealer. So I'm just taking some of that bronzer and placing it in all the areas where I would normally contour, just adding a little bit more warmth back into the skin. And as you guys saw, you did not see me use any cream blush either. No, I'm not saying all the cream blushes are the same, but so far what I've found is that when I use a cream blush, it tends to look very oily on my face, and it tends to make my pores look more enlarged and emphasized. I know. So let's stick to powder blush for now. I'm just going to pounce it right here on the apples of my cheeks. Please don't smile when you do this. Just place it right here on the apples of your cheeks, across like the letter C in a sense, like here, and you are good to go. Okay, before we move on to the next step, I just like to take a total face brush, a larger total face brush, and just use circular motions around my entire face. This gives a really nice airbrush type of finish, and it knocks off any excess powder off of the face that the face really and truly did not hold on to. Alright, I just placed some eyelashes on. I know they're a little dramatic, but either ways, this is a step number 5. Don't just skip this step if you want your makeup to last, okay? So let's get us some setting spray. I'm using the one by Fenty Beauty. All right, we're going to mist this all over our face. Do not just saturate to the point where your face is dripping, but make sure your face is wet, okay? Now, if you are wearing eyeshadow, please shield your eyeshadow and then go ahead and mist. Do not mist your eyeshadow. This will ruin your eyeshadow look. After spraying, make sure to let it dry completely. Now that everything is dried, go in with your finishing spray. There is a difference, okay? Once again, if you have eyeshadow on, hide your eyeshadow and then mist your face. If you don't have any eyeshadow on, that's quite fine. But if you also want to hide it from your eyelashes, feel free to protect your eyelashes. This fixing spray that I'm using is the Sprix Too Faced Matte Spray by Absolute New York. This one, you do not need for it to like saturate the face, but definitely make sure the face is wet and let dry. This locks everything in. I went ahead and added some mascara, just a little bit of a lip, and this is what the finished look gives. Soft glam that lasts in humidity. And I'm back home, guys. I went out, ran some errands, had dinner. Yes, I am back home. I don't know if my neck looks shiny to you or not, but I am perspiring. I am hot. I just wanted to come in and check in to show you guys that this makeup holds up. You can see how shiny I am right here in my T-zone. I'm going to get a piece of tissue. My advice though, instead of using tissue, is to use blotting paper instead. The blotting paper will not take off any excess makeup, but it will take off your oils. Okay, all the skin ladies out there. But we're going to use tissue for now. Yeah, she's white. Just to show you guys. Let's pat her through. I'm pressing. I just want you guys to see that this makeup holds up. It will hold up. Just follow my tips, follow my guide, and I will guide you through. All right, I have over 6, 7, 8 years of experience. I'm a makeup artist, just in case you guys did not know, so I will not guide you wrong. Yeah, face is as fresh as if we did it before. Look, fresh makeup. I always tell my clients, you don't have to worry, you don't have to concern. Your makeup is going to hold up. You don't have to be worried about touching your face, nothing like that. It is going to hold up. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below if you want more tropical beauty routines. I'm here. I'll do that for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. From Barbados to you, with all of my love. Bye guys. Don't forget to hit that circle button to subscribe to my channel. And here are 2 more of my videos. See you soon.